Hey, it's BrickTsar's bringing you a very special vintage Lego set review. This is from 1975. It is set 550, a Windmill. Also had another release as a different number, set 362, which I think actually predated this one. This may have been the US version. I can never remember which one's the US version, which one's the version from Europe. But anyway, this one's special to me. And I'll go ahead and say it before we get into looking at it. This is one of the early sets I had as a kid. And I've been trying to give some thought to my favorite set. It's always been the Brickyard. I've got the Brickyard up on my shelf. But when I was building this, I don't know, you ever get that feeling of reminiscing or just pining away for the days of old? And it's like it brought me back to my childhood and sitting there playing on the floor. Never played with Lego on a table that I can remember. It was always on the floor. And I just remember building this set. I also had the hospital, and I was always imagining having more of the sets. But, you know, back then we could only afford just a few sets. So this one, that's why this one is special to me. I could actually build it from memory when I was a kid. I actually had to look at the instructions to build it, but it's like as I was going through the steps, I was remembering thinking some of the same things I thought as a kid. So we'll go through and show it to you and go over some of those things that I thought as I was as an 8-year-old kid building this set. So anyway, this is the pre-minifigure era. So you got the statue, I've been calling them statue figures. They armless, no movable legs, no face, and the men always had hats and the women had pigtails. And this one you just got the two men. And it's interesting, on the instruction manual, go ahead and show you the front of it. It's actually got them with a different mix here. They got the guy with the blue top and the red bottom and the red hat operating the wheelbarrow. But anyway, on the inside of the instructions it shows it the way I got depicted here. So the vehicles are from the mini wheel vehicle era that started in 1970. And so when they started making these figures in 75, I think, they just obviously cannot fit in the vehicle. And then another thing you had to do, like what's going on here with this wheelbarrow, you had to build the figures into whatever they were doing. Like if he's holding a wheelbarrow or a stretcher or sitting down, you had to basically separate their legs and put the piece in them. So this guy actually is a plate taller than him because he's got the wheelbarrow. But you never know where these guys are looking. That's the other thing I used to think. I was like, which way is he looking? So you know, you turn the head, but maybe he likes wearing his hat backwards. So maybe that's the front of his head. I don't know. So that's always kind of funny to me. All right, so the little truck is just a typical little mini wheel era truck with that windshield piece is in a ton of sets, so you always had to put it on a plate. You had the same type of headlight grill, and then these are the mini wheels. And this one you see has the bricks under it. I just reviewed a one or two that did not have that, and it look odd when that piece is not there, so I understand why they put it there. And then of course we got the closed stud 1x1s there. So this is a Windmill, which not something you see much here in the US in my area. They're usually out in the plains, and so obviously I'm thinking this is some kind of Dutch style windmill that you'd see in the Netherlands, Belgium, or whatever. And it does rotate, so it can pick up the wind, however which way the wind is blowing. I always like that on this set. The turntable is the old style turntable. It's just this, it doesn't have it's sitting on top of a plate, but it was just a round turntable as I took it off of there. But try to put it back on. Did not break it. And so you got the little windmill house part, and I guess you were supposed to go up through the turntable section there, but I like those windows, the 1x1x2 windows, and the little shutters. I love the little shutters. I love all the slope pieces you get with it here. And then of course the windmill, it's on an old wheel holder brick. There's a 2x4 wheel holder brick that's in there, and then that's actually an old wheel. And they connected it there. But I love having the slope pieces. And then the little house is extremely little, and it's got the 33-degree slopes there instead. No window in the back. And the base plate is actually a base plate that has the little dots on it. I had another one. Well, it's upstairs, but I'll show you in the instruction manual. So you can always tell what set you had based on the base plates, because they are unique to the set. So that's what the base plate looked like. It had the dot pattern. Kind of helped the kid get started, which was pretty cool. So I just remember, it just brought back so many memories, you know, wondering, you know, how are the guys going to fit in the truck? How are they going to fit in the buildings? How are they going to get from the lower level to the upper level in the windmill? Even as an 8-year-old, I think I overanalyze things. It's hard to watch a movie with me because I'm always like, that doesn't make any sense. Anyway, so this is just a classic set to me, and I think now I may rethink my top 10 favorite sets of all time, just because I built the Brickyard, but it did not have the effect on me as when I built this. I mean, just bringing those memories back to playing on the floor, to not having a lot of sets, and then rebuilding the set over and over again, and building other things with it, trying to build these other ideas on the back, like the bus, and that's a cool looking bus. And it almost looks like you need more pieces than what comes with the set to build it, but there are a lot of blue bricks in it. And then you got this other little house and a little lawnmower, boat, airplane, so you can build a lot of things with it. But 1975 Lego technology based on 1975 technology in the world. It's pretty cool. So I love this set. Please tell me what you think. Do you have a set in your life that perhaps you're fond of, not because it was a super awesome set, but because it just brings back memories? And that's what this set is for me. It just brought back memories of a 8-year-old boy with not a lot of Lego, being able to just build and have my imagination go wild there on the floor, just imagining what could be. And so I'm getting to realize that dream, you know, here much later. So we're going to be reviewing more of these statue figure sets. We're going to review every set that had these types of minifigures. So stay tuned for that before I reviewed a bunch of them. So thanks for watching this video, and we'll catch you in the next one. You've been watching BrickTsar's, an old dude still collecting Lego.